Helen Yee here, back in the executive suite at Planet Hollywood, being joined by the one and only Coach Javier Mendez. Great to see you literally back at this suite.
Yeah, nice to be back. Same place, same channel.
Almost same time.
Almost same time, yeah.
Well, first off, you know, I watch everything that you post on your Instagram, and I have to ask, a couple weeks ago you posted about Khabib trying to see who took his water. Did he ever find out who drank his water?
I think his cousin took his water, Usman. Yeah.
Did he confront him?
No, Usman said, I got your water, here's your water.
Oh my
And
gosh.
he calmed down after the water came, but it was all in fun.
Oh, absolutely. But it was definitely a huge fight weekend here. UFC 264, Conor McGregor versus Dustin Poirier. Their trilogy went down. Were you surprised by just kind of the sequence of events and what happened from the lead up to the fight and then the fight itself?
Yeah, I mean, I was disappointed that Conor came back to his old tactics, you know, attacking family and saying stupid stuff like he always does. And, I was disappointed in that. But at the same time I was disappointed, I was going, well, he's really serious, right? And so he comes out and he performs crazy to me. He's going a little hard right off the bat, spinning back kick right off the bat. And I've seen him so relaxed. And I used to, tell people, you want to watch a guy that really is in great control, watch him. You know, he's super relaxed, and he looked super impulsive, like he just wanted to get it done right away. Super hard kicking, great kicking, but not calculated.
Yeah. Well, what do you think caused that, though?
I don't know. It's what he wants. The fighter's in control of their own destiny, so it's whatever he wants to do. But he's definitely fought different. Like 3 different versions. This is not the best version that I've seen of him. I mean, he was doing well, but I mean, he made some crucial errors going down on the guillotine. Thinking he can have that, and I thought trying too hard right off the bat. I mean, he's a sniper, just take your time. That's what I think of him. He's a sniper. He's a guy that takes his time, and he'll pick you apart. He's very good at that, and he didn't do that.
Well, which fight did you first notice that he started to kind of fight a bit differently than before, whereas you just mentioned he used to be more relaxed?
Well, for me, it was right after the Khabib fight. After the Khabib fight, that's when I started seeing a different change. When he fought Khabib, he fought really well, extremely well. He fought better than I thought he was going to fight with Khabib, so he fought really well. So after that fight, he hasn't been quite the same, in my opinion.
Now, there's a lot of speculation going around and people kind of wondering when exactly did he break his tibia, right? When do you think that happened?
It's kind of hard to say because, his coach said that he had the injury in practice, and I don't know his coach to be nothing but a truthful guy. So I'm going to tend to believe that had part to do with it. I think the elbow check, when he kicked, when he did the teep kick and the elbow landed really good on the shin, especially right, it shows where it broke. So that had a lot to do with it. And I think him kicking super hard and kicking at the upper part, like in the shin bone, right in the area, of the Dustin, I think that had a lot to do with this. I think a lot of variables played a factor in this. That's what I think.
Well, how did you score that round?
Basically, it was almost a 10-8 round. Yeah.
Do you think that if they were to go into round 2, that Conor had a chance to come back? Because I think that's what his coach John had said as well. Or do you think that Dustin was going to win that fight and he just looked like the better fighter so far?
Well, based on the way he stood up, based on how he came back, he was still in the fight. It's just the injury that prevented him from going any further. So I would say he was still in the fight. Had that injury not happened, I would have to agree with his coach that. But I just disagree in how he approached it, But I don't disagree, and he was not involved in the fight. He was in the fight. It's just. It's not the Conor I'm used to seeing, and he's normally more relaxed, way relaxed, which is super great for, fighters that stay relaxed. And he's been one of the guys I've been telling people, watch him, see how relaxed he is. Can't use him on this one.
Who should he fight when he returns?
He's going to fight whoever he wants to fight. He's calling the shots, and, love him or like him. Yeah, I love him or not like him. It's like the guy's going to do what he's going to do. I don't like him. So I don't like what he does, and I'll never like him. I don't. I think it's distasteful. I am coming after wives and family and religion, and then telling Dustin, even after all this time, I'm gonna kill you. Come on, man. Yeah, this is a sport, and yeah, you're a star, but you're an idiot. I'm sorry, he's an idiot. I don't like him. I don't like him at all.
Well, speaking of Dustin, he will be fighting Charles Oliveira for that lightweight title. How do you see that fight playing out?
It's an interesting fight. Charles is a great fighter. They're different styles. Just depends on who can dictate where the fight ends. In close is going to be Dustin. Range is going to be Charles. On the ground, I think Charles slight edge. So that's a tough fight. I don't really know how that one's going to go, but it's a tough fight.
And looking at the lightweight division, Islam, he's fighting this weekend, headlining against Thiago Moises. How's he looking going into the fight this weekend?
He's looking fantastic. His sparring's been on point. He's so disciplined. It's unbelievable how disciplined and dedicated he is, and how he keeps improving. Yeah. Every time, Islam's always improving, and he's looking fantastic. I can't say enough about how great he is. Anybody that's been in the gym with him, sparred with him, they'll tell you he's the next heir to that title. Once he gets it, he's going to win it. He's that good. That's why people avoid him. And the people that aren't avoiding him already had fights, so they weren't offered to fight him. But the people that could avoid him avoided him.
Well, yeah, I do remember you telling me about him and Khabib sparring as well.
Yeah, I mean, straight up, he's the only one that's ever won any rounds from Khabib. Yeah. Khabib will tell you that himself. He's the only one. Now, more people win rounds from Khabib because Khabib lets them. But when Khabib was in camp, he never let nobody win it. But Islam was the only one that would take some from him once in a while.
Now, with the win over Thiago this weekend, where would you like to see him, or how fast would you like to see him kind of climb up the ranks?
Well, I would like to see, hopefully they give him one more real tough fight, maybe RDA or someone like that, or whoever, but just a really top guy, and then he can be hopefully next in line for the title after Dustin and Charles. That's what I'm hoping. But anything happens. The UFC controls what goes on, and sometimes the fighters do to some degree, meaning if someone gets injured or someone doesn't want to fight, things change all the time. But in a perfect world, I would like to see him, if we get by Thiago, which is no easy task, even though we're favored, I don't think it's that easy. The guy's really good. He's to be respected. He has good jiu-jitsu. He's got good. He's got good leg locks. He's good. He's good. He's got good striking, good kicking, good power. He's good all the way around, so we can't underestimate him at all. But once we get by him, I would like to see someone like, top 5, top 6 guy, whoever. It doesn't matter who it is, just that, and then hopefully we can get the winner of Dustin and Charles.
Lastly, speaking of anything can happen, and especially here in the fight game, you and I have spoken before about Jake Paul. He will be fighting Tyron Woodley. How do you see that fight playing out?
I see that fight playing out as a test for Jake Paul, where Jake Paul is going to be, finally people are going to go, wow, this kid's either really got it or, he got skunked. I think he's going to prevail. I think he's going to show people that he really is truly to be respected. And they're going to have to give him a tougher competition after this one, because not that Woodley isn't tough competition. It's just that Woodley, to me, is behind the 8 ball. He hasn't been straight boxing. He has not been straight boxing. This kid's been straight boxing for over 4 years now, and with good professionals. There's a big difference between someone that's been doing it for 4 straight years versus someone that, all of a sudden he goes from MMA, now he's going to go strictly boxing. Come on. The advantage is 100%. Everybody logically is going to go is to Jake Paul. But guaranteed? Hell no. No. Woodley's a fighter. He's a fighter. And the fact that Woodley beats his ass, he gets a rematch? Are you kidding me? Oh, shit.
Yeah, that was interesting, right? The rematch clause.
And also, you got to understand another thing, too, which I do understand. Mayweather. Mayweather ain't putting his name on nobody that's going to look bad. Mayweather's putting his name on Woodley because Woodley doesn't look bad. He's legit. So Jake Paul's got a legit fight. It's a legit fight, but I think Jake Paul's going to pull it off.
And for all your fans, what would you like to let them know?
Hello? I don't know.
follow your super fun Instagram, right?
Instagram. I have fun Instagram ever so often.